up to here. That means we're at full. We'd be at full operating speed. This engine back in 1941 was capable of 110 miles an hour. Today, not much more than 80. But we do run typically out here on the Oregon Pacific Railroad, so about 10 miles an hour. There. This is the locomotive brake for engine and tender only. Train brake for the passenger cars. Reverser, forward, neutral, reverse. Air horn, bell ringer, sander to keep the wheels from spinning like that. We put sand down on the rail to stop the wheels from spinning. Then we come down to our cab signal readout box right here. That tells us where the signals are. GPS unit mounted on board as well. Speedometer up here, 300 pounds per square inch is our maximum boiler operating pressure. The event safety recorder, speedometer down here, diesel control box, railroad telecommunications box right here, which is pretty neat. The firebox right here, this is the firebox door viewer right here. This firebox burns really hot. It takes 4 full days from a cold piece of steel to get this running. Then this is the big firebox door right here. Sandbox. We push sand through the firebox and up into the boiler to clean out any bad debris buildup. And when I was saying it takes 4 days, we actually started, when we start, we light off a flare and an oily rag, and then we hook up a auxiliary steam generator car that we have out here in the front yard or a side yard area, and we hook up the big steam hoses to the rear of the tender, and we steam it up over the course of 4 days because we're firing off the locomotive at such where we're building the pressure incrementally so the boiler does not expand or contract too fast, and that's a safety precaution because you want to raise it so slowly enough to where you're not going to blow off all of the stay bolts that hold the boiler in place, because that's the way it works is that you don't want to basically cause the boiler to shear off.
That's ruined your day.
Yes, yeah. And then we have all the other steam gauges here. These are the water safety sight glasses right here. This makes sure that there's water over the tube sheets in the boiler. You never want that to run dry because that would also ruin your day as well. Then we have all the various steam gauges up here. One of the big ones are the cylinder cocks. Those are essentially big steam jets that come out near the front end of the locomotive, and it releases all the bad debris from the front end of the engine. Then we also have various other steam gauges. The air pumps, that's a critical one. That starts the air pumps on the left and right hand sides of the locomotive, driven off of a piston. When you turn this, it engages a piston that goes up and down behind the air pumps, and it sends the exchange of air pressure through the air pumps, and it's almost like the heartbeat of the steam engine, if you will, because it makes a familiar thumping noise, and most people would say it almost sounds like a heartbeat, because it really, traditionally, it sounds like the engine's coming alive. It's breathing. It's almost like a living thing or a living creature. It's kind of that, it's kind of just like that beautiful thing where it's like, it's coming to life, if you will. And I like to think of it that way. This is the power steam reverse right here, driven off of the steam on the locomotive. Then we have the blowdown valve here. That's another unique one here. This is our master firing valve. This puts 6,000 gallons of oil from the tender into the firebox right down here. And then there's actually what's called a burner pan inside the firebox. So we're basically heating the oil for it to warm up, and then it'll run down into the burner pan, and then we light it off from the burner pan. And you can't actually see the burner pan, but it's deep inside here. There's actually kind of a half curve shaped pan, and that's what's called the burner pan. That's where we light off the locomotive from, and it heats up that oil and gets the engine up to the correct boiler pressure, which is 300 psi. Then we have various water and oil injectors here. This is one of those injectors right there. Steam injector on that side. Water injectors. This is the ejector right here. You pull this, it pushes water through this locomotive coming out off the boiler here. There's a water pipe up here in the boiler. It connects to this, and it uses a big water jet to run down through the ejector and push any debris using air as a suction system to get rid of any debris, and then it pushes it away by the track. And so